Good morning, yogis. How are you doing today? It is going to be a glorious Tuesday morning. I can see that the sky is just putting on a beautiful show of pinks, and I thought it'd be a lovely chance to come outside and appreciate the beautiful weather that we're having while we come into our practice this morning. So this morning we're coming into some Pilates. We're going to strengthen and lengthen out that spine by using the muscles that support it all the way from the seat up to really the back muscles and the ribs and the side body, and a little bit into the outer hips and the legs as well. So all of these parts of the body so integral to keeping us feeling balanced and keeping that central nervous system working and functioning well. So important for our health. As Joseph Pilates said, you're only as young as your spine is flexible. So let's begin our practice this morning by coming down onto the mat. We'll come all the way down. You might want to take a little Pilates roll down. If you're like me, and in the morning, my back's always stiff, so I have to take it nice and slow. There's that point where I find that rigid, it's just not going to roll. So you're going to work with the breath, reach the heels to the floor. Try not to overstress the neck and come all the way down. Bring the hands down to the floor, press the hands into the earth, and begin to work your triceps as you press the earth away. Take a little rock and roll through that pelvis. Look up at that beautiful sky here and feel the breath just begin to float open the lungs. Just notice where the breath naturally moves in the body before we begin any of our Pilates formal breathing this morning. It's just important to notice that natural breath print. And we're not forcing the breath, but we're just gently guiding it down the sides of the body as you find that point in between the rock of the pelvis, that neutral spine, that little imprint, as you just a little bit more pull the belly button down towards the earth and drop those shoulders into the floor. Feel now the side body. Guide the breath down long through the waist. So you're breathing from the shoulders all the way to the hips. And you're noticing what the ribs do. Get your chin in a nice stable position. Can be a little bit harder if you're on uneven ground. And then notice if you feel the ribs pulling open. I'm just going to gently begin to knit the ribs together. So think of the ribs rolling slightly down and in, just as we work into those corset muscles. Keeping the big toes really anchored to the floor before we come into our first shoulder bridge. We're going to press down and find the power in the glutes and the legs. We're going to slowly lift the hips up to the sky. Press your triceps into the floor to begin to work the line of your arms. Notice if you're straining through your chest, keep those shoulders soft. Hold for a moment, draw your tailbone away. Feel the length of your spine this morning, and then slowly roll your spine down to the floor. And notice any of the bits that get stuck, any bits that are feeling a little tight or rigid this morning. Begin by just gently bracing the body, engaging the core, pressing up towards the sky, working the breath towards the knees by traveling it long down the side body. Maybe you want to find that slow exhalation like you're blowing out through a straw as you roll your spine down and place it on the earth. One more time, press down through the feet, lift up, squeeze those glutes, turn on those arms and draw those ribs in slightly. Beautiful. Can you stay here? Just going to move the arms here. So really firming up through the glutes and the feet. Feel the inner thighs begin to work and keep the tailbone drawing away. We'll float the hands up. And then on the inhale, we're going to reach them up beyond the head. Now just notice how the arms are connected to the back. We'll use the exhale, lift the hands back up and slowly lower them down. You feel those legs beginning to burn. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift the hands up. Pause for a moment, just like you're holding a block, and then draw the hands down over the head. We're going to keep the chin tucked as we exhale. Bring the hands all the way back up. Notice the movement in the back. Bring the hands all the way down. And then roll the spine to the floor. Oh, it should feel really lovely to bring it down to the earth. Let's take our Pilates 100s to get them out of the way. So a couple of different options here. You can float the legs up to tabletop. I'm going to move a little bit. It's difficult to find an imprint exactly where I am. That's okay. That's the joy of working with nature. You might want to have the knees together if that makes you feel that you can keep your imprint a little bit more firmly. You can take the feet out, turn into that little Pilates V stance through the legs if that feels available. The further down the legs go, the harder this is, but you want to notice what's happening through your imprint. Keep drawing that navel down to the spine. Just make sure that your low back feels supported. You're not going to get any benefits if you're straining your back. Tuck the chin. On the exhale, roll the ribs down and in as you reach the hands up. Let's pump. It's a 5-part inhale through the nose, 5-part exhale through the mouth. So it's inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're focusing on working the triceps here and drawing the breath in through the nose. Maybe you're blowing it out through the mouth as you feel that burning beginning to wake up the core. If you want to take the feet a little bit further out, as long as you can keep the belly button down. And notice that the neck probably want to do some of the work. Shoulders will want to take over. Keep the shoulders soft, keep pumping those arms. I'm just talking so you're not thinking about that burning, but you are thinking about your breath. Keep pumping, 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 like there's a little air bed. I like to think of pressing the air bed away to make the air stronger than I am, to create the resistance in the muscles. We've got about another 30 of these guys to go, so just keep moving with it and breathing. Notice if the neck or shoulders are getting heavy. You can place them down if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little side to side rock. One of my favorite things to do in the morning is just to release the spine with a gentle twist. I think we would deserve it after that little bit of core work. Elbows can come out wide, or you can find a T shape, float your legs into tabletop, and then to engage your pelvic floor, imagine that you're squeezing a tennis ball in between your knees. We're going to slowly rock all the way over to the right. Keep the left hand anchored towards the floor. Maybe it's just a gentle tick-tock. Maybe you want to continue to work the core as you float the knees. Maybe the legs come down because you're ready for a rest. All right, press the legs down to the earth, even if you were working through the core, and give yourself a moment of reprieve. Very difficult to keep the abdominals engaged for the whole 60 minutes of class. Let the breath flow in and out. Let go some of that gentle guidance through the chest. I don't want to say forcing. We just want to gently draw those ribs in. And then we'll prepare to come to the second side by squeezing the knees together, engaging through the low belly, lifting all the way up. So think of those inner thighs drawing towards each other to keep the pelvic floor engaged. Kneecaps stay in line as you drop yourself all the way over to the left. Bring the chin towards the right. Beautiful. And then just let everything drop to the floor. You can take the chin a little bit further across as long as the neck is okay with that. Oh, I forgot to float my knees for a moment. Got to lengthen up the work on the obliques on both sides. And then place them down. Let the breath just begin to open up those ribs for a few moments. Just enjoy the day. These little chances to pause make the practice so much more delicious. All right, energize from that moment's reprieve. Squeeze the knees together. Come all the way back to center. Float the feet down. Bring them to the floor. Bring the hands back in. We'll set back up into that shoulder bridge position. And we'll work a little bit more into the glutes, because glutes can be lazy. Keep looking at the sky. Maybe you want to just once or twice move through that range of motion in the pelvis so you can find your imprint, and pressing hands down to the floor, lift all the way up. This time you're just going to see if you can lift the right leg up. So you're going to extend it out and work and squeeze into the left glute and hamstring. Keep the hips elevated. 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, long down the side waist. 2, feel that burning. 1, bring it down. And let's swap it over. Find a nice firm position through the right foot. Squeeze the glute into activation. Extend the left leg out and breathe. You're going to keep looking at the sky. Keep drawing the pelvis long. Keep breathing into the side waist. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press both the feet down. Little calf raises. I'm going to take the feet a little bit wider here. And then I'm just going to lift up onto the toes. Drop the heels down. Lift and lower. Waking up through the calf muscles. Lift and lower. Keep that gentle squeezing in of your glutes. There's too many beautiful clouds in the sky this morning. So thinking about anatomy parts. Lift onto toes, heels down. Just keep motioning through. 5 and 4, 3, that warming in the legs 2, and 1. Place the feet down, roll the spine to the floor. Let's turn it into a little bit of work into the legs. We're going to draw the right leg in, take the left leg out, bring the right hand to the outside of the foot and the left hand to the inside of the knee. And then roll the ribs down and in. As we come up, you can keep this upright position through the upper body, or you can drop it back down if it strains the neck. We're just going to swap it over. Ten, 9, keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Both knees come into the chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll here. I'm going to take rolling like a ball. You can take that a few times just to release the spine. So think of minimum momentum and maximum control. Tuck to the chin, to the chest, roll up, draw the knees in, then come up to balance on the seat. Extra bonus points if you're outside, because you might have some uneven earth. So slowly coming up, I certainly do. While you're doing this motion, I'm just going to turn it around. We're not going to come all the way off the floor yet, which is always lovely. Who doesn't love a class where we're down on the earth for a long time? Come down and lift. And one more time, I'm going to come out of this little divot of earth. Down and lift. Beautiful. Let's stay up for a moment. Open the feet out. Just a little bit of work, just to work the obliques for a moment, to prepare them for where we're going next. Sit up tall into that saw motion, anchor down to the heels and find the seat to the floor. We're going to rotate by using the ribs. So turn to the side, use your left pinky finger to saw off your right pinky toe. Inhale, lift and rotate to center. Come over to the other side. Lengthen the body as you come down. Turn and lengthen. Lift, 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 turn and lengthen. Let's do another 4. Come all the way back to center. Draw the knees into the chest and roll it like a ball all the way down. Nice and slow. Coming to the floor. Now we're going to do a little crisscrossing motion. So that same idea that we did before with the legs, except now the hand's going to come. We're going to look to the back shoulder as we take the elbow across and try and touch it to the knee. And then we'll swap it over. So we're working through the oblique, those side waist muscles. Just let the head rest and use the abdominals rather than the neck to do the work. Gently bracing into that low core. Keep that imprint. Put over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back to center, knees into the chest. Bring the hands into the knees. Give yourself a little rock and roll. And the other way. Bring the legs all the way out. So maybe for a moment, reposition the spine so you're nice and long. Bring the heels down and really center the back of the heels. We're going to work with the rib cage and the back and the arms down. So nice position so the neck is stable. On the inhale, we'll float the hands all the way up. All right, so we're going to think about the movement on the back here. Take an exhale, relax, and then gently draw your ribs together. Inhale, hands come over the head. As you exhale, you're going to circle them all the way around. Just feel how the back and the arms are connected. Lift the hands up. Let's inhale them down, circle them around. Inhale and exhale to take that full circle, and then we'll exhale and lift them up. Inhale them down, circle them around. Notice a tendency of the ribs to want to open up. Can you gently draw them in? What's happening down through that imprint? Can you keep drawing that navel to the spine? Bend the legs if you need to. I'll do another 4 of these. Just rolling and working with the rib cage in the back. Rolling, rib cage and back. 2 to go. Open and back. Rolling, open and back. All right. Let's turn it into a little bit more of a roll up now. So we're going to take the same motion through the arms, bring the hands to level, bring them to 45 degrees. Tuck the chin, roll yourself up like you're looking at your toes, and then avoiding the ribs popping open, slowly draw yourself back down to the floor, hands land near the ears. Bring the hands all the way up as you exhale, tuck the chin as you inhale, exhale to roll the ribs down as you look at your toes, inhale to open those arms wide and let your body come all the way down to the floor. Exhale, hands back up, inhale, tuck the chin, exhale, roll the ribs down and inhale as you initiate that big fanning motion, hands finish all the way near the ears. Exhale, hands up, inhale, chin tucks, exhale, blow the breath down and away. And open the hands all the way up and relax for a moment. Take a cross body stretch. Right hand, left foot, big reach. Swap it over. Left hand, right foot, big reach. Let's do one more. I'll do some little teasers here. So maybe you want to bring the legs into a tabletop position. So we probably should have done that by taking the imprint first. Step the feet down into the floor, take that little imprint to the earth. Step one leg up to 90 and the other leg up to 90. And then bring the hands and reach them up above the ears. We're trying to keep the arms and the ears in a line. That's the intention. In a moment, we're going to come up and balance on the seat. So think of the rocking, like rolling like a ball kind of motion, except we're using that same force to come all the way up. So as we exhale, explosion and power, lift all the way up. And then slowly lower back down again. Whoa. All the way to the floor. Are you ready? Exhale, explode as you come all the way up. Oh, good morning, everyone. Hands to the ears. And lower all the way back down. Let's do one more. It's a good morning wake up to the whole body. Oh, nope. Hey, just laugh. Have a little fun with the body. Draw the knees into the chest for a moment. Let's go for a little cycle back down to the floor. So begin to ride your bicycle here. We're going to roll, roll, roll down. Spine comes towards the earth. Keep looking at your knees. And then roll, roll, roll and lift yourself back up. I swear, there's a divot in the earth. It's not me. It's not an excuse I can use in our regular Pilates classes, so I'm going to go with that. Come all the way down and lift all the way up. Whew. And then all the way down and all the way up. All right, let's go the other way. This is the way that's always challenging for the brain as you come down. I feel a little bit less control. I think that hole in the earth got bigger. All the way down and lift back up. All the way down. Lift back up. Woo. Last one, all the way down. My cycling has gotten very slow. My bike, I think, is about to come to a complete stop. Let's take a spine stretch forward. Bring the hands out. I like to imagine there's a beach ball there. I'm going to curl the spine over as we round, tuck the chin to the chest, bring the hands forward. Inhale, think of sequentially stacking the vertebrae of the spine as you come all the way up. Exhale, let's hug and round, curl through the spine. Release it out. Inhale, come all the way back up. Last one. Exhale, round to the spine, curl as you tuck the chin, empty out the chest, empty out the abdomen, and then come all the way back up as you inhale. Flip over. We'll take a little release into that side body by coming into a shell stretch. You'll probably know it as a child's pose in yoga. Hands come down to the floor. And then anchoring hips towards the heels, just so you've got that lovely roundness in the spine, that calming nature of the forward fold. Hands walk all the way over towards the right, just to open up those intercostal muscles on the left side. Let the body sink down to the floor. Let the elbows grow heavy. And smooth the breath into the left lung. You can tuck down. You might want to bring that right hand in underneath. Make a little pillow for the head. You can a little hot potato it if the earth's too far away this morning. Just so the neck gets a relax and a release. And slowly walk yourself all the way back to center. Walk, walk, walk. And moving the breath into the right lung. A few breaths just sinking. Just feeling what this body side feels like. Maybe you're going to bring that forearm in. Just rest the head down. Maybe you're going to hot potato through the fist. And then we'll relax and come all the way back to center. Come on to all fours and we'll set up for our little bird dogs, they're sometimes called. This is really good to build the strength of plank pose. So we'll start with puppy in the snow just to engage the core. Notice where the shoulders are in the back, and then just roll the weight towards the index finger and the thumb, roll the weight towards the pinky finger. Notice what's happening through the muscles in the back and the shoulders. And then really, so you're really keeping a connection with the back, take the pressure down between the index finger and the thumb. Draw the belly in, find that length in the spine. And then, trying not to move through the shoulders at all, just peel one hand off the floor like you're a puppy standing in the cold, cold snow. You just want to lift one paw at a time to release that freezing pressure on the hand. Such a beautifully instructive name for a pose. We're trying not to shift the rest of the body, which becomes incredibly hard. You can look forward if you're feeling any pressure in that neck. Just notice what's happening through the ribs as you draw them in. What's happening through the back and the core as you try and stay still. The 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. And then we're going to reach hand and leg out now. So think of that gentle, braced and prepared position. Press down through the hands, and then as you inhale, let everything come out and lift. As you exhale, try and land hand and knee at the same time. Easier said than done. Inhale, extend everything out, stretch long. And exhale, land hand and foot at the same time. What I love about this is when we move with breath, we work with balance, and we take it slow as we get that mindful quality that really calms the mind as well. So you're not just strengthening and lengthening those muscles that support the spine, you're also calming the mind as you work with the breath. Really notice what's happening in the here and the now. If you want a little bit more, next time you come up, we can take everything out. And we'll just do those little toe taps and lifts. 5, for the core in, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything back to center, swap it over. Other side, extend hand out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come all the way down to the belly. We'll see how this goes with my microphone. Bring those hands down, and then just take a little fist with your left hand, wrap your right hand around it. Let's work with the hamstrings first, but for a moment here, just think of that little Pilates imprint. So you're lifting your belly away from the floor. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Notice the movement of the ribs. And then from here, we're going to flex the foot, point the foot, drop it down. Flex, point, drop, flex, point, drop, flex, point, drop, flex, point, drop. One more, flex, point, drop. Other side, flex, point, drop, flex, point, drop. It's easy to say and easy to do, but not so much to combine with two sometimes. Flex, point, drop. One more, flex, point, drop. Let's do an extra one because this side just needs it. Come all the way back to center. Okay, from here we're going to reach the hands around. Bring your left ear down towards the floor and try and move that microphone out of the way. If I'm lying a bit weird, it's because I've got a little bit extra going on. Index finger and middle finger of the right hand come in, the left hand clasps around. Left ear to the floor, elbows go wide. As you inhale, lift everything up. We're going to beat the heels together 3 times. Beat, beat, beat. As you come down, right ear to the floor, everything softens. I'll lift up. Beat, beat, beat. Inhale, turn, and lower to the floor. Let's lift. Beat, beat, beat. Swap the head. Lower down. Lift. Beat, beat, beat. And lower down. Lift. Beat, beat, beat. And lower. Lift. Beat, beat, beat. Lower. Another 2. Beat, beat, beat. Lower. Glutes. Lift. Beat, beat, beat. Out in front. Take the knees wide, bring the heels together. Imagine that you've got something balancing on those heels. Spend a moment, take a deep breath out. As you inhale, bring your awareness down the glutes. We're going to lift the legs off the floor and just pulse, pulse, pulse up towards the ceiling. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift and lower, lift and lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the legs up. Hold, hold, hold. And lower all the way down. Bring the hands in. And we're going to keep that little position through the arms. Just let the head rest down on the back of the hands. On the inhale, we'll lift up. We're just going to look towards our opposite elbow, come back to center, lower down. Inhale, lift, and look, return, lower. Inhale, lift, and look, return, lower. Inhale, lift, and look, return, lower. Look, return, lift, look, return, lift, return, lift, look, return. Take a wiggle. And wipes through the leg. Over onto the side. We're going to come all the way over onto one side. And we'll prepare for a little bit of side leg series. Just make sure I haven't turned my microphone off. I haven't. So, as you come in here, you might want the elbow underneath. I like to take the elbow out to the side. Just notice that you're not lying on some ants. So the legs are not directly in line with the hips. We're going to take the legs forward. But I want you to think of lengthening out through the pelvis. So think of the pelvis just gently drawing away. And then try and lift your low ribs off the bottom of the mat. So just peel them up, draw the navel in. Beautiful. And we're just going to bring the leg to parallel. So think about moving from the leg, not trying to compress up too much the hip. So we're just going to lift, lower down. Lift, lower down. Lift, lower down, pelvis long. Lift, lower down. You can bring this top hand up if you'd like to. And lower. Lift, lower, not going too high. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift it all the way up, point the toes. Let's do 8 circles, trying not to rock. So 8 circles in one direction. I already noticed that I'm having to work hard through the core not to rock around, not to lose that space through the pelvis. Pause and go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to swing the foot forward for 2 and back for 1. So swing forward for 2. You might want to bring the hand down to help support. We're working on keeping that length in the back body. Kick, kick, and back. Kick, kick, and back. 3 to go. Whoop, there's a rock. And back. Kick, kick, and back. Kick, kick, and back. All right, we're going to tap 3 times in front. Big rondation and to the back. Lift up, 2, back, 2, up, 1, back, 1, up, 1, back, 1. Let's go. 4 and 3. And feel that warmth yet? 2 and 1. And bring it all the way forward. Now you can reach down and grab a hold of that leg with your hand. Bring this hand out or bring this hand down. We're going to work with the low thigh. So we're going to work with the bottom leg, flex into the foot, working to the inner seam of the leg. We're going to lift the leg up and lower it down. Trying not to use the foot to do the work. Try and notice that the inner thigh is initiating the movement. And down, lift, lower, 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, space in the pelvis, 3, gentle bracing of the core, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lift it up, 8 circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other way. And if these feel really blocky, that's okay. Some days the body and the mind work together well, some days not so much. Beautiful. Flex, bring it all the way down. And you can just bring yourself back to center. We'll take a little full body lying position here, hand all the way out. Maybe you want to lift the top leg up, reaching like a dart through the upper body. Maybe bring the bottom leg up. Maybe upper body lifts too. Not today for me. I'm going to lift my head, but eventually your arm comes up. If you've got the body in one long line though, that's nice and challenging. You have to really work and integrate the core. This is not my favorite. That's okay. We just work. We breathe, we observe, then we relax and come over into the other side. So swap it all the way over, yogis. Swing and just position yourself nice and comfortably. So we'll bring the body out into a straight line, and then we'll hop those feet forward and we'll work with lengthening out through the pelvis. Draw the navel in, lift the low ribs, bring the hand to support if you want it, or have the hand up if you're looking for extra challenge. Bring the shoulder onto the back. We start just by lifting the leg to parallel, lowering it back down. Lift, keep space in that back, lower down. Lift, beautiful, and lower. Beautiful. Last one. Let's point the toes. 8 circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 8, 7, 6. Smile. It's a beautiful day. 3, 2, 1. Forward for 2. Kick, kick, and back. Don't worry about my drink bottle here, which is where we always knock it over in class. Kick, kick, and back. Kick, kick. Now I'm noticing that I'm losing that bracing through the mid region of the body. So work with drawing those ribs together, lifting the lower ribs away from the floor. Last one. Kick, kick, and back. Beautiful. Tap for 3. 3. Lift up. Big kick to the back for 3. Lift up. Big kick to the front for 2. Big kick to the back for 2. Big kick to the front for 1 and 1. 1 and 1. 1 and 1. 4 and 3 and 2 and 2 and 1. Beautiful. Bring that foot all the way in, reach around, grab a hold of the foot as you place it to the floor. Let's bring that awareness to the bottom leg now. We're simply going to lift the leg and lower it down. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 8 circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring both the legs in for a moment. Relax it out. Flip yourself all the way onto your tummy. Let's come back to the tummy just for a moment. I just want to do some little swans here. See how we're traveling for time. Bring the hands in, bring the head down. There's 4 parts to this motion. On the inhale, we'll lift the hands up. On the exhale, we'll lift the chest up. Inhale, press the hands down and rise up nice and tall. And exhale, slowly roll yourself down to the floor. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, chest up. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, keep squeezing the elbows back to work the triceps as you come down. Inhale, hands, lift chest, lift up, lower down. Beautiful work. Lift, up, press, lower, lift, up, press, lower. 2 to go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lower, inhale, exhale, inhale, lower, all the way to the floor. Hands out, windscreen, wipe those knees, relax a little bit. Big breath in and big breath out. We'll slowly press all the way up off the floor, nice and slow. We'll come into a little mermaid stretch. Just bring yourself to the middle of your mat and swing both of your knees over to the left as you bring your hands over to the right. As you inhale, right hand comes up and over. As you exhale, look down to your left fingertips and feel that breath move all the way into the side body. Chin is soft. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring the hands down, swing the legs all the way around to the other side. Swing it around, swing it around. Hands to the floor. As you inhale, lift all the way up. As you exhale, look down, just gaze at your fingertips. And then we'll come all the way back to center. Let's come over for a side plank. Everyone's least favorite exercise. So somehow it doesn't get into a lot of classes. So we're going to take it on our forearms today. Just bring the elbows slightly out and the hand across the mat so you've got a nice firm base for the body. Bring the right foot forward and the left leg out. We'll set up here. Top hand's going to come up. I'm going to press down into both the feet to find the strength. Draw the belly in. Notice the ribs. As we inhale, lift all the way up. Now, let's bring some rolling rotation through the body. So the right hand's going to thread underneath like you're trying to reach beyond your left armpit. As you inhale, lift the body up, press into the feet. Exhale, roll through the ribs. Inhale, lift and draw the body high. Let's do another 4. Exhale, roll. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll. Inhale, lift. Place everything down to the floor. We'll take it around to the other side. Beautiful. Second side. We'll take the foot forward. Bring the right hand underneath. Prepare that hand up to the sky. Flex into the foot. Inhale, lift all the way up. Beautiful. Press down. Find a nice firm base. As you exhale, roll. And inhale and lift. Exhale and roll. Inhale and lift. Exhale and roll. Inhale and lift. Another 3 to go. Roll and lift. Roll and lift. And roll and lift. Drop everything down to the floor. Beautiful. And if you forgot to do it on the second side, I know I did. Let's take that little sleeping Buddha position. all the way out. Almost forgot. One long line to the body. Bring the top hand up. Bring that leg and lift it to the sky. And the other leg lifts up. And then maybe you lift the hand up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's come all the way onto the back now. Might want to grab a quick little drink to wet the back of your throat. We're going to stay down on the floor as we stretch and relax the body. Still got some core work in there though. I want to take a little Pilates roll down as you come all the way to the earth. Roll, roll, roll down. Let's warm up those hips. Bring the hands in. Look up at the sky. Find a nice imprint here. And then we'll stretch the right foot all the way up to the sky. And look at the big toe by turning the knee out. Let's do some hip circles here. So slowly moving from the hip joint. 8 circles in the sky, about the size of a basketball. And trying to stabilize any rocking in the pelvis. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go 8 in the other direction. 8, 7, 6. What a beautiful day. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the back of the thigh. So now you can look at the knee and look at the toes. Maybe that's enough for you today. Maybe the hands slide up a little bit more. As long as you can keep the back of the tail nice and relaxed to the earth here, you can deepen that hamstring stretch a little bit. Let the shoulders be soft so the arm bones can encourage the hips to draw to the earth. 5, relax it out. A little bit slower pace now. 4, we need nice long hamstrings for where we're going. 3, and 2, and 1. Flex the foot, bring it all the way down, rest it onto that left thigh, and press the knee away. Maybe this is it for you today, recline pigeon. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper, draw the knees into the chest, bring the hands, lace them onto the back of the thigh or onto the shin. Whatever works for you, elbow comes in, creates that space. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring the foot back down. We'll take that right leg all the way up to the sky again. Just open the toes out to the side. Let the left knee draw out like a half a butterfly wing. Maybe hand comes down, just gives a little massage to that right inner thigh from that work that we did before. It's like a half V shape, half butterfly wing. We often do this with the band. It's a nice little release out into that thigh. 3, 2, 1. Engage the core, bring the left knee up and lift the leg all the way back to center. Knee into the chest. Give yourself a little cuddle and a squeeze as you draw your right hip away to feel the right side body remain long. Big breath out. Decompress any tension that's built up in that core. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring the foot all the way down to the floor. We'll just balance up and resettle across the hips. We'll lift the left leg to the sky, and then we'll look at the inside of the leg by turning the kneecap out. And then 8 circles, stabilizing through the pelvis by using that imprint, slowly circling the toe in the sky, trying to find the same circle again and again. So aim for consistency. Another 2, 1 cycle of breath, inhale and exhale for the circle duration. And then we'll do 8 the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring your gaze back to the toes as you turn your knee in the direction of your nose, hands to the back of the thigh. press the right leg down. Just keep the arms heavy here. And that might be enough. Hands at the back of the thigh. Just avoid pressing into the knee joints. You're either going to bring the hand to the back of the hamstring or all the way up into the calves. But wherever you are, your tailbone is heavy. Your back is fully supported by the earth. And just relaxing your eyes. This should feel nice, like a release of any tension that may have built up in the body. Slow breath in and easy, calm breath out. One more. Slow breath in and easy, calm breath out. Beautiful work. Keep looking at the sky. Flex the foot, bring the foot down, rest it onto that right knee. Press the left knee away. Maybe encourage a little bit of space into the hip. That always feels lovely. That might be it for you today. Or thread the needle, bring the hands up, lace them onto the shin or the back of the thigh. Just relax for a few moments, keeping the tail heavy. Such a lovely part of the class. You could just focus on the breath and what's happening in the environment around you. Maybe your family is waking up, or you hear the birds singing. Just enjoy being still and releasing tension from the body in these moments before the day really kicks into gear. Slowly bring the foot all the way down. Take that leg back up and open it out to the side. Right knee's half a butterfly wing. We're just opening up across the span of the hips here. The hands can come down. If it's too much tension to hold that leg up, bring your left hand underneath as a little brace. Get your elbow out to the side so you're not straining into your shoulder joint, and your ribs can remain open and free as they anchor to the floor. Nice deep breath in and big breath out. One more big breath in and big breath out. Beautiful. Engage. Bring everything back to center. Bring the hands in and give yourself a little psoas release here. Just cuddling the knee to the chest. Stabilizing through that neck, lengthening it out by chucking the chin in. Maybe take the other leg long. Should be feeling pretty relaxed now. Always feels really nice. It's a little sequence of stretches. And both knees come into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe curl yourself up so you're that little ball shape. Big hug. Shoulders soften. Alright. Last little activity here is a rollover. I'm just going to swap over. So, you don't need to do the full extension of this one, and you don't need to bring your feet to the floor. It's a choice. You can just take a little shavasana if you want to. One of the options for this is to bring the feet, cross the ankles, take the knees wide, and just work on that little rocking and lifting up through the sacrum. So it's like you're pulsing your tailbone to the sky. You can use your arms. I want you to keep looking up though. Don't look at me so your neck is stable. You can use your arms as a second foundation and work with the triceps to begin to lift the body. And that might be it, and you might want to swap the legs over and do a few on the other side. Still feels like a nice release, a nice little roll through that bound up and often compressed area of the back. If you're feeling a little bit more brave and you want to come up and over, we'll take the feet out. We'll bring the feet to 45 degrees. Press down through the arms as we exhale, lift up. Whoa! And then slowly lower down. Lower, 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 lower. Bring the legs together as you do this. Now it's easier if you take the legs wider. Flex the feet, lift, see? Legs in, lower down. It's a nice massage for the spine. Feet come out. Let's work through those transverse abdominis muscles. Lift, in, lower. Just be careful of the neck. If this doesn't work for your neck, just come back to that first little exercise that we did. Flex, lift, together. Lower down. And then we'll take the legs out nice and wide. Step the feet onto the sky and come into a little happy baby's pose. Hands either side. Let's rock side to side now and release that out. I swear, again, it's the grass. It's not level. That's why it was so hard this morning. If you're feeling any tension or tightness or stress. Sometimes it can be really difficult to work with the flexibility around those muscles. They're so susceptible to feeling stress, but that's why this practice is so beneficial. So giving them the opportunity to move and let go of anything they're holding. So here, as we just rock and massage the earth and the hips together, and just feel any tension that might have built there begin to fall away. Beautiful. Bring the feet together into a little diamond shape. Use your elbows to open up and release those inner thighs. Draw the tail down. Little Pilates imprint here. And again, you can rock side to side, or you can circle out your hips. I always like this one. Just brings a little bit of space and freedom and lubricates into the hip joint. Just preparing your body to have a fabulous day. One way and the other. Beautiful. Knees into the chest. Bring yourself down. Stretch yourself out nice and long here. So like a little wiggle here. You can have a little scratch, a little shuffle until you're ready to find a place of stillness. Let the toes come out. Let your hands come out. Take 3 deep breaths in with an audible sigh on the exhalation. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Beautiful. You might want to bring one hand to belly, one hand to heart. We're just going to lay here and feel the natural return of the rhythm of the breath. Come back to noticing how it comes in to fill your body. Let go of any holding. Let go of any tightening through the core. Just let the breath be a free river of energy that comes in and completely fills the abdomen, the lower lobes of the lung, all the way to the top edges of the ribs. As you exhale, feel a decompression as everything drains away. As the breath slowly comes in, an oceanic wave, a gentle current, and just begins to loosen any of those thoughts that have become lodged in the mind. And just like leaves at the beach, things on the sand, getting picked up and floated away. Any troubles of the mind do the same. Let the breath come in, let them float on that river of breath, and as you exhale, watch as they travel back out, moving beyond the awareness into that vastness. And just relax. In this last moment, just take practice and feel the mental and emotional benefits that moving has for the body. In these times, it's so important that we keep regular movement patterns and semblances of routine just to keep the mind ordered, keep it feel safe and secure. Thank you for joining me for your practice today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. More classes coming to you. Namaste.